Welcome to another week of RCK, which of course stands for Rainbows.
Crocodiles. Kyle.
Rainbow Crocodile Kyle. Oh man, that was my nickname in junior high.
Wow. What a coincidence.
Welcome to Rainbow Crocodile Kyle. This week we're going to get us started with
The wheel!
All right, on the wheel, looks like we got about 5 things left. We're going to spin it, and then we'll find out who our 2 or 3 special guests will be. I just rhymed, see? Spin it.
Blind Lego Challenge! Exciting.
So we're going to have some Legos. Someone's not going to have use of their eyes. They're going to have to build something. Who will it be? What will it be? Stay tuned. Now I'm going to hand it off to Kayleigh.
Well, this week we are jumping back into some of our favorite things. And so we are going to find out what Pastor Kyle's favorite thing is this week. So everybody buckle up, get ready for our next favorite thing. Take it away.
Hey, hello ResCov kids, and welcome to my home. I want to show you one of my favorite things. It's here in this room. It's in the shot right now. Can you guess what it is? It is not the TV. I do love sleeping in my bed. I love my humidifier. Keeps my skin nice and supple in the winter. But my favorite thing is right here. My guitar is my favorite thing. Let me show you it. I keep my guitar on the wall so that I'm more prone to play it a little bit, because if it were put away in my case, it's not as easy to get, and it's not as often as I would play it. Okay, here's a little close-up of my favorite thing, my guitar. All right, you can see it's got this cool little scoop right here, so your hands can go way up here. It's got this little thing here that's called a pick guard for if you're holding a pick in your hand so it doesn't scrape on the wood or whatever, protects the wood. And the strings start here and go all the way down. And if you don't know about guitars, there's little bars of metal right here, and holding your finger in between everything makes the string make different sounds. And it echoes in this little cavern right here and takes that little vibration of the string and makes it nice and louder. It resonates. This guitar is my favorite thing because it was a gift from my favorite person. I was sitting on this couch. It was my birthday. I wasn't expecting anything like a guitar. I'd been saying for years that I wish I could learn. I had the time to learn or whatever. And I'm sitting here. I had my eyes closed, and in comes Jenny, my wife, and my 2 daughters, Charlotte and Evelyn, and she places this guitar in my lap, and I was totally surprised. And we couldn't find the video of it. I was going to show it for you, but we took a video of it. I was just like, what? Ah! And just so pleased to have a guitar. My guitar is also my favorite thing because I had never played music before. I love music. There's so many bands and guitar players that I love. But I had never learned to play music, not a piano, not really even a recorder or anything much in school. And so I loved my guitar because it forced me to finally learn to do something new, to play music and make music. And I took a class at Old Town School of Folk Music, and I got to go. I love my guitar because it got me outside of my house, and it got me to meet new people and be in this little class together and learn a little bit together. And this was one of the first songs I finally picked up. And when you're just kind of oh, nothing sounds good, but then when you finally make your first thing that sounds like a song, it's just like, oh, yeah, I want to do this. I can hear that. That sounds like a song. And I love that feeling. And I love getting that feeling when I learn a new song and a new song. That's what's so cool about this guitar. So this was the first song that I learned. words to that song and everything. It's a song by the Rolling Stones, and if you or your parents can figure out what song it is, you can email me at Kayleigh@rescov.org, and we'll see if you guess it right. But obviously, that song wasn't played perfectly or beautifully or anything like that, and that's why I love this guitar as well, is it gives me the freedom to just mess around and make mistakes and know that I will, if I want to get better, I have to keep trying and playing at it more and more. But also I love my guitar. It's my favorite thing because I can just like mess around with different chords and just make stuff up. That's not a song, I'm just messing around, which I think is pretty cool. And then finally, I have to say that my favorite thing about my favorite thing is that it kind of sparks kind of the other half of my brain. I don't know if you know this about me, but I can be a very like problem-solving, practical person. Like that's why I do construction with my spare time, because I like to take this thing and turn it into something else, and it just kind of requires steps and everything like that. And maybe you don't know this about your brain, about your body, but your brain kind of has two sides to it. And this is really simple, but it's kind of the one side of your brain that's kind of like the problem solving and logic part, and the other half of your brain that tends to be more creative and artistic and musical. And until I got my guitar, I never really had always that artistic kind of creative outlet to start that other half of my brain. So I love my guitar, and it's my favorite thing because if I'm writing a sermon, or if I'm working on stuff for ResCov Kids, or if I'm doing stuff for my business as a handyman, and it's just numbers and stuff, I'll come to my guitar and just strumming away and just doing something that's like creative and artistic. It just refreshes me in a different way, and I feel better and I feel more alive after I've done that, because I've kind of woken up that other half of my brain. And then I'll go back to that work and I'll feel totally different. I'll have a different perspective on it, or I'll have more energy for it before. And that is something that I didn't have in my life before. And I love my guitar, and it's my favorite thing because I get to come in here and just play my guitar, and it just kind of helps switch my brain a little bit and realign my focus. Okay, I'm very nervous right now, kind of performing in front of everybody, but I'm just going to send you out with one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite bands on my favorite thing. This is a song called I Wish I Was by the Avett Brothers. I wish I was a tune sang in your kitchen, putting your groceries away and washing your dishes. I could float around your tongue, ease the tension, and then when you were done, you just quiet down. All right, that does it for me on this segment of my favorite thing. Thank you so much for joining me here. And I hope I didn't break your eardrums with my playing and my singing, but I'm learning. And that's what I love about my favorite thing. See you later. Well, folks, it's been a long week. Things have happened, and those things are called news. And some of them happen to be big. And Mara is going to tell us about the news items that are big. Take it away, Mara.
Hello, ResCov kids. Happy Sunday. I have some big news for you. Lydia Moss wants to remind us that today, Sunday, is Valentine's Day. So exciting. That is really big news. Felix wants us to know that he found his missing Pokemon coin. That is so exciting, Felix. We're so happy that you found your missing coin. And Lula wants us to know that in her class there was a raffle, and that just sounds so very fun. All right, I will let Kayleigh and Kyle take it back over. So Kayleigh and Kyle, take it away.
And we're back. Thank you, Mara, for that wonderful thing. Little inside news. Actually, Mara is also our producer, so she is going to let herself back into the studio whenever she wants. So, Mara, whenever you're ready. Hey!
Wow!
Welcome back, and thanks for changing your outfit so quickly back into the one you were wearing when we filmed this.
You know, years in the theater, I'm really good at a quick change.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that wraps it up for big news. Remember, send your big news to us at rescovkids@gmail.com or join us on our Wednesday evening calls, 7 o'clock every Wednesday. Have your parents check their email for the link. See you there.
Hey ResCov kids, so last week we talked about Jesus doing something incredible after waking up from a nap. Something that I could never do waking up from a nap, something that I'm confident you guys can never do waking up from a nap. And that is calming a storm, a thunderstorm. A storm that was about to flip boats over. Just took care of it. Woke up from a nap and said, okay, that's enough, thank you. And the storm was gone. And so the disciples had to learn how to trust Jesus. And they did that, and Jesus proved that to them on a boat. Now this week we're gonna learn another thing. And it's also gonna be on a boat, also with water, and they also need to learn how to trust Jesus. So watch this video, and I want you to notice how Jesus talks to one of his disciples. I want you to notice how not only Jesus talks, but gestures to him and what he says to him to get him to do what Jesus is asking. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes, and enjoy the video.
Andiamo. Si tira! Excuse me! Rise! No! Tô fatiga. Gutto.
Huh?
Gutto. Fendan.
Kids, now that we've seen it, can you believe it? I couldn't. Now, Jesus does these amazing things, and he does them all the time. And so we don't need to be surprised by them, but we get to enjoy them now that we get to read about them and learn about who Jesus is through these videos and through the Bible that God has given us, that is living and breathing and travels through time with us. Now, Jesus not only calmed the storm last week, but this week, he walked on water. Can you imagine walking on water? I certainly can't. I know that I've tried because I tried to be silly and it did not work. So my friends, if you try to go walk on top of a pool, it will not work. But Jesus walked on water. And the waves were rocky, the boat was moving, and Jesus walked out onto the water anyway. And Peter was like, "Whoa, God, what are you doing?" And Jesus said, "You do not need to fear. In fact, you can come out and walk with me." And so Peter got to trust Jesus and walk on water with Jesus. And so this is just a story about how we need to trust Jesus too. And Jesus has told us that we get to trust Jesus over and over and over again. We get to trust him. And we get to listen to what he says. And Jesus won't lead us astray. Because when Jesus said you can walk on water too to Peter, did Peter trust him? Yes. And guess who walked on water? Peter. Crazy. So Jesus does these amazing things and we get to trust what Jesus says. And Peter is a good example of that because Peter trusted in Jesus and Jesus followed through in the way that we know Jesus always will. So friends, as you go through this week, I want you to keep thinking about ways that we can trust Jesus, ways that we can hear Jesus, and then learn and remember to trust him throughout all of our time together. I will see you next week, but stay tuned for another really great story about Jesus because that's what we're going to do all this year is talk about more about Jesus's life and the amazing things that Jesus has done. So buckle up and stay tuned for that. See you next week. All right, thanks so much, Kayleigh, for that wonderful story. We are going to jump back into our wheel challenge. So thank you, fun friends, are going to participate in this Lego building challenge without their eyes, and we are going to see what kind of amazing things they can build for us.
All right, friends, it is time for our wheel challenge, and here tonight we have Felix, Lula, and Caden competing in a blind Lego challenge. Since it's Valentine's Day today, they will be building a heart using their Legos. All right, everybody ready? Set, All right, I'm going to say time is up. And show us what you've created. So first off, Felix, show us what you made.
I made a heart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, I got the pieces ready.
Okay, you prepped it a little bit. Hayden, show us what you made, buddy.
It was a bit big, so I didn't really have that much time to finish it.
Oh.
Is that the bottom of the heart?
The top.
Okay. Wow. That was going to be elaborate. Very nice. And Lula.
I didn't really make a heart, but I made a red T.
Can you hold it up close? T for Valentine's Day. T for Tines. Very nice. All right.
Amazing.
Give yourselves a round of applause for building Legos blindfolded. That was amazing.
All right, friends, it has been an amazing week with all of you, and thank you so much for joining us for our video here at RCK, which of course stands for
Rhinoceros.
Cookie.
Kangaroo.
There it is. Rhinoceros, cookie, kangaroo. That's who we are.
Cookie.
Good.
Wait.
That's not right. That's not right. What does RCK stand for?
ResCov Kids.
There's nothing like finding gold within the rocks hard and cold. I'm so surprised to find more. Always surprised to find